subtracting with unlike denominators. This lesson focuses on level 2, subtracting with two unlike denominators. Here I've got an example. 3/4 minus 1/8. I've got 3/4 illustrated at the bottom, a shape divided into fourths with 3 parts shaded in. To subtract 1/8, I don't see 1/8 in my visual, so I can't simply use that. Instead I see, I've got unlike denominators again, so I need to find a common denominator. First step, of course, is finding those multiples so that you know what your lowest common denominator is. You may have already seen that the common denominator is 8. So once I know what my common denominator is, I can find equivalent fractions. For 3/4, what number can I multiply by to give me a denominator of 8? 4 times 2 equals 8, so I multiply the numerator 3 by 2 and get a product of 6. For my second fraction, 1/8, I don't need to do anything because the denominator already is 8. So 3/4 minus 1/8 is the same as 6/8 minus 1/8, and 6 minus 1 equals 5. 5/8 is in simplest terms. I can't simplify it any further, so my answer is done. Here's another example. 3/15 minus 2/12. I see that I do not have a common denominator, so I know that's my first step. You see a bigger number like this, and your thought is, I'm not sure if I can skip count that. You can, of course, use the method you learned with addition, where you simply multiply each fraction by the other fraction's denominator. When you do that, you will find common denominator. However, you might end up with a large number that you will need to simplify. In this case, I'll try that method to see what our solution gives us. So I'll start with 3/15 and multiply that by the denominator of the second fraction, 12. Again, I'm going to end up with a really big number, so I'm going to have to be prepared to simplify when I'm done. I do get a large product here. 15 times 12 equals 180, and my numerator 3 times 12 equals 36. My other fraction, 2/12, I will multiply that by 15, which is the denominator in the first fraction. 12 times 15 equals 180. My numerator 2 times 15 equals 30. Now I can do my subtracting. 36 over 180 minus 30 over 180 equals, denominator stays 180. 36 minus 30 equals 6. So taking a look, can I simplify this fraction? They're both even numbers, so I automatically know I can divide both by 2. I could start there. 6 divided by 2 equals 3, and 80 divided by 2 equals 90. Now, when I look at these fractions, I'm using my divisibility skills, and I see I can divide both the numerator and denominator by 3. 3 divided by 3 equals 1, and 90 divided by 3 equals 30. I can't simplify this any further because I now have a numerator of 1, but I know that I've solved 3/15 minus 2/12 equals 1/30.